Hello Vino lovers, this is Suryaveer Singh on Wine Made Easy. This is lesson number 5. Now you've learned about wine, you're starting to appreciate it, but you bought yourself a nice beautiful bottle of wine, but you want to open it in front of a certain special someone, and you want to look a little professional at it and not make yourself a fool or Google how to open a bottle of wine. Well, today we're going to cover that. First things first, it's very important to know what temperature you have to store and serve your wine. For white wine, which we've covered before, it is very important that you serve it chilled from 10 to 13 degrees Celsius. Sparkling wine around 8 degrees Celsius, more chill. And red wine, as they say in Europe, room temperature, but in India over here is slightly much more warmer. Our room temperature is 30 degrees, 25 degrees. So thus, red wine should be served from 13 to 18 degrees Celsius. More warmer than that, the red wine will not taste balanced, it'll taste more alcoholic, and same for the white wine. It'll lose its pristine and its beauty as well. It's trying, in a way to understand it, it's like trying to see the Mona Lisa with the lights dimmed. You won't get to appreciate it. Alright? So, first things first, we have to get the correct and appropriate glassware. Now, for your red wines, you should ideally serve it in a much more wider base and wider opening compared to a white wine glass. The reason for this is that the wine tastes better when it hits a certain part of your palate. So thus, certain red wine like Pinot Noir, the glass is shaped slightly different. It'll flow through your tongue and hit the sweeter spots, whereas a more curved Cabernet Sauvignon can go in this sort of a glass, which will hit the middle of your palate. Similar for white wine, Chardonnays and Sauvignon Blancs sometimes have different glassware, but white wine is somewhat more understandable. Alright, so today we're going to open this bottle of Charisma Cabernet Sauvignon, and this one has a cork in it. Most wines nowadays which are coming to the more affordable range, they have this corkscrew, so that's very self-explanatory. But let's go through how to open this bottle with a cork in it without looking silly and without spilling half the bottle of beautiful vino. Let's go through it. Okay, so in order to first start, we have to have this thing called a wine opener. It's got itself a little blade over here. So first thing first, you have to cut the wrapper off. So preferably I like to cut at the last end, second lip as we call it, and this is the first lip. So let's go ahead, cut it clockwise. Make sure you got all areas covered and make sure your blade is sharp. Once you feel you've got a nice cut around it, then you just do a vertical cut. So you get your vertical cut and then you just simply push through it. You remove the wrapper like so, and as you see over here, you've got yourself a clean cut. Got yourself a clean cut bottle and none of the wine will get stuck on top. Now the tough part is actually removing the cork. So you've got your corkscrew over here, you go deep in, cut it like, insert it like so. It should be able to just stand up on its own. Hold the bottle. Usually in the restaurant service we try and make sure the label is always facing the guest. Once you're this deep in, at the last turn, then you got these two lips over here. So first lip, the rest on the thing, you remove it first like so. Now a lot of people try and squeeze it out, it's still not out yet. You rest the second, and now it's out. Now, very nice and elegant way is to remove it just by pulling it out. Make sure the cork is nice and wet, that means it's been stored in good conditions. Also very important is to store the wine in a parallel way. That's because the cork gets nice and wet and doesn't dry up. So you've got your bottle, you've got a cork out, it's not broken in, we went at the perfect amount of length, and pour it. A lot of people make a mistake of pouring and then trying to stop, but a nice little red dot falls not in your glass, somewhere on your tablecloth. And in order to avoid that, it's very smart just to pour, stop, on top of the glass. So if any drop has to fall, it'll drop over here. There'll be one little drop lingering around over there. In order to avoid that, just turn the bottle above the glass and you're done. Alright? So that's it for today. See you in the next class. Cheers.